Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. I'm just looking at some mainstream economic news here in between classes, and it seems that with the release of the new iPhone 5 today, this particular news story has been flying underneath the radar. And it seems as though tomorrow, the Federal Reserve, which of course is the U.S. Central Bank, will be announcing that they'll be starting a third round of quantitative easing, and also announcing that they're going to extend their interest rate policy, which of course is keeping interest rates at 0%, technically from 0% to 0.25%. They'll be keeping that range until 2015. And just touching on interest rates here quickly, it was only 6 months ago that they announced that they were going to keep them at 0% until 2013. So in the last 6 months, I guess they've seen it necessary to extend that another 2 years. Probably because in the last 6 months seems to be an increase in poor economic data that's been released, particularly the most recent job numbers. But it's amazing to really think about that. Basically for Obama's entire first term, and if he is reelected for at least half of his second term, so for 6 years, almost 7, that the interest rates of the United States are going to be at 0%. But let's take a look at the plans that they have for the third round of quantitative easing. And it says right up here that the central bank will buy $300 billion in treasuries and $400 billion in mortgage debt. And again, they're going to be doing that on a monthly basis, $30 billion a month on government debt and $35 billion on housing debt, so that at the end of the year, the Federal Reserve will be adding $780 billion to their balance sheet. And again, this is just remarkable. If you've been listening to any of the free market economists, any Austrian economists such as Peter Schiff or Tom Woods, or if you've been involved with the Ron Paul campaign, they've been predicting QE3 basically since QE2 was announced, which was in November 2010. And if I remember right, they've been doing these quantitative easing measures, which is basically just a purchase and then adding on to of the Fed's balance sheet particular assets. And in this case, mortgage debt and treasuries couldn't be any worse of an asset to add to the balance sheet. And this just represents a gigantic transfer of wealth from taxpayers and really anybody who owns US dollars. Just a huge wealth transfer from them to the bank to keep this whole thing afloat and to ensure that the United States makes it to at least one more election. And again, even at the beginning of this article, it says that the 2 previous round of bond purchases have already totaled in $2.3 trillion being purchased by the Fed. And again, the expansion of the Fed balance sheet. And when you read that, you just think, well, the Fed wants to do more, but it's, what more are they going to do? They're just doing more of the same. They're trying to fix the problem with the same measures that got them into the mess. Too much debt, too much spending, and you really have to ask yourself, when's this going to end? And when people like Peter Schiff and all the other Austrian economists say, there's going to be a QE4, 5, 6, 7, on and on for eternity, it seems, you're going to have to start, believing them pretty much. It seems like at this point they can't stop. And I just wanted to point out this article too, because back in May, when my brother and I started our channel, I know at least, and we do talk about what videos we want to do, I've been sort of sitting on the fence, not wanting to give too many videos on the economic aspects of coin roll hunting and why it makes sense in our current monetary and economic and fiscal policy times, why in this climate coin roll hunting makes sense. But I think I'm really doing a disservice to everybody who watches the videos. I'm going to get off the fence and I'm going to start doing more videos on why people should start coin roll hunting and just sort of the economic benefits and why we do it too. I feel like we're doing a disservice to the viewers by not giving a full disclosure about why this makes sense and why we're doing it. We did start a website though, so if you want to take a look at that, there'll be a link in the description. And also too, I did get another box of dimes. So look for that video shortly. In fact, what I'm going to do is just attach the results to the end of this video, and we can take a quick look at that next. But yeah, so I expect more economic descriptions and more sort of talking about what's in the news, a little bit more from the videos from this channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Let's take a look at the dimes here. Alright guys, here's the second box of dimes that I just picked up today. I actually went to a new branch, just hoping that this one being a little bit older, that there would be a better selection of coins. Hopefully somebody brought some old coins back to the bank and deposited them. The first branch that I went to was extremely new. I believe it was built within the last 3 years. And we got the the plastic wrapped sleeves, they look like. And of course, if you've seen the video, they were all 2012s. But unfortunately, even though it was a new branch, it was the exact same result. So in both boxes of dimes that I've got here in my new city that I moved to for school, we haven't been doing great so far. Again, all extremely shiny and, you know, really nice, but not exactly what we're looking for here. And again, I wasn't, you know, too optimistic seeing the same Royal Canadian Mint sticker across the front. Again, I'll just show you the box that I got last time. Again, it has the exact same sticker across the front as well. So we're 0 for 2, but if you have seen our dime videos from the summer, then you know I believe we started with 4 boxes before we got our first silver dime. And again, like we've been saying all along, silver dime coin roll hunting is not easy, so we're going to persevere forward, and hopefully our next box is a little bit better and we can grab 1 or 2 silver dimes out of it. Also too, just to give you an update as well, my brother, he finally has internet. He was supposed to get it last week, but they had a couple problems. But he does have it now. He's up and running. I believe he's going to put up a video just to give you guys an update himself. But you guys can expect some frequently posted, once a week, a box of pennies and a box of nickels as well. So look forward to that. And like I was saying at the very beginning of the video as well, look forward to some videos on monetary policy, inflation, and how we can use coin roll hunting to protect ourselves against the current economic policies that are followed in pretty much any and every country in the world, particularly Canada and the United States. But if you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be really appreciated. That's it for now, guys. We'll talk to you soon.